Y'all like that right there? That is some encrusted sea bass with a little broccolini and a little small potatoes that I threw in the air fryer with some olive oil. Now you would think all that salt on top of the fish would make it extremely salty, but it doesn't. What it does is it crushes, it keeps that fish in like a sarcophagus, and it kind of holds in all the moisture of the fish. You throw it in the oven for around 400 for around 25 minutes, and you got yourself some of the best delicious sea bass, hands down. Now, I'm not the king of dinner in the movie. I leave that to Rashad G. He does an awesome job, but I just thought I'd get in the kitchen, show a little something, because before I was a CG artist, I cooked for around 11 years. I started off in Whole Foods. I started off on a salad bar. And about the time of the end of my journey at Whole Foods, I was the head of the kitchen. And I learned a lot about food, cooked with a lot of different ethnicities, people who studied in France and things like that. And I got my love for cooking and how flavors work. So I always got a special place in my heart for food and, you know, just the kitchen atmosphere, just working with it. And that brings me to my point. We're talking about The Bear on Hulu. FX show. It's around 8 episodes. I think they're around 30 minutes a piece. But this shit is pure fire. This show is fire all the way through. All 8 episodes of this show is firing on all cylinders. I'm talking about the acting, the production, the love is here. This show has a lot of love and a lot of heart and a lot of anger. Now, this show stars Jeremy Allen White, which you might know him from Lip, from Shameless. Now, he was great in Shameless, but I think he's even better here because he has so much more to do. Now, the story of The Bear, or the series, is about Jeremy Allen White's character, I think his name is Carmen in the show. He's one of the best chefs in the world. He worked at the top Michelin 5-star restaurants in this world. And then a tragedy in his family happened. His brother commits suicide and leaves him the family restaurant, sort of like in a little hood in Chicago, this little steak chop house. So his job is to take over the family restaurant, leave what he was doing. He didn't sell the restaurant. He wanted to bring it back up because his legacy there is his family's restaurant. So he wanted to bring his skill, his artistry, his kitchen knowledge to this small little shop in the hood, you know, this small little steak shop in the hood, and bring it up to his, according to his standards. So that's mainly what the show is about. But I know that kind of might sound boring, but the way they do it and the way, like, the urban feel of it and the, I want to say the heart of the show is what shines in the acting. Every actor in here is fire. I don't want to mess anybody's name. Of course, we got Jeremy Allen White. You got Aaron Moss Backrack, who plays Richie. He plays like, he works in the shop, but he's kind of like the 46-year-old fuck up, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody carried on with his life, and he was kind of stuck in that place. He's like the old nigga in the club that wear those oversized shirts and those big ass pants, but he's like 46 and you know he's old. You know that nigga don't supposed to be in the club, but he's in the club. He plays that guy. Another big standout is I'm gonna mess up her name. Io Ebria. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm probably not saying that right. I'm probably messing that up. She plays a young up-and-coming chef who was a fan of the main guy, Carmen, and she had one of her dishes, which was one of the best dishes in the world. She just wants to work under him, and she does a phenomenal job here acting as well. Everybody's in here is fire, but I want to talk about Lionel Boyce. Now, Lionel Boyce, I was really happy to see him because only thing I have ever seen him in before was Lotus Scribe. When he had this one Wednesday sweatsuit too. Shit is hilarious. I probably put a clip here so you could watch it.
Wednesday. So for about the last 6, 7, 8 years, whatever how old you are, you see me wake up in the morning, this fly ass suit on. Look at your big nigga swag in this big ass suit right here. Do I look fly? Nigga, I know I look fly because I'm your daddy, boy. With that being said, you better walk your ass to school, boy. I'm out this bitch.
But that dude surprised me with his acting ability. He is really good. It's good to see the people from like Taco over there on FX as well, and Mino here. Because I think what Taco's on Dave. Yeah. What I love about this show, I think I really love the kitchen atmosphere that's going on here because it feels like a real functioning kitchen. Like you know what I'm saying, like the ones I used to work in. Sometimes like, you know, when you got like tables and things like that, it can get highly stressful. And my favorite episode in this whole season is episode 7, when everything comes to the boil. And Carmen, Jeremy Allen, it does such a phenomenal job acting here. He's such an asshole in this episode, and his tension's so high, but his character does care for people around. He does come back around and, take effectiveness for his actions. And I really love this character here. When I'm telling you, in episode 7, you cannot keep your eyes off the screen. It's so intense. It's so crazy. You don't is someone's gonna get stabbed or punched? I don't fucking know. It's just so intense, and it's shot so well good because the kitchen feels so claustrophobic and small. And you got to say things like, behind you, chef, so you don't run into somebody with a knife. Because I didn't seen that happen before. People get hurt, people get badly burned for not using kitchen communication. So I think they do that very well. And they shoot the food. So don't be hungry when you're watching this shit, because they shoot the food. You just seeing big ass briskets being seared up. You see the celery, onions, and carrots, mixing together in this kitchen environment. I believe everybody in this role. And what's good about this show, the main part of the show that's really good, besides the directing, the acting, the cinematography, is you really honestly care about these characters by the end of it. Like, yo, I'm totally invested in these characters. And one small thing too, John Bernthal makes an appearance in the show. He plays a very small part, but when he was in it, he carried it. He did his damn thing in it. And I'm not going to tell you who he plays. You just got to have to watch the show for yourself. It's the most binge-worthy thing I watched on television besides Stranger Things like a week ago. Like, I couldn't keep my eyes off this thing. Like I said, it has so much emotion and heart, and all these characters you will fall in love with by the end of this series. To be quite honest with you, this show blew me away, and I had to score it. I'm gonna give it a straight up 5 out of 5. If I had any negative things to say about this show, I wish it was longer. I wish it was 13 episodes, because these characters knocked it out of the park. Yo, if y'all not watching The Bear on Hulu, go ahead and check it out. Thank me later. And have y'all been watching The Bear on Hulu? Let me know y'all thoughts in the comments below. We can talk about it. Have you guys ever worked in the kitchen, or Ruby Tuesdays, or Applebee's, something like that? So we can talk about our kitchen nightmares. I'm pretty sure Gordon Ramsay's gonna love this show. Well, once again, guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, go ahead, hit me that thumbs up. And if you really like this content, consider subscribing to the Q Review family. And like this Hulu show, The Bear, don't just stare at it, eat it. Peace.
I'm out cold, you hoes been exposed. Walk up on you slow with the flow and unload. You got more left for dead on the road. I strode when your car got towed.